Good morning and welcome to day 29 of the April vlogs. It's the penultimate day. We're so near the end and I am feeling rather tired today, I have to say. Dan and I, by the time the girls got to bed and Lilia was away and we popped on the Durrells and we really enjoyed that, so we decided to watch the RuPaul's Drag Race that we had recorded and we were happily enjoying that, and then all of a sudden we looked at the clock and realised it was midnight. And we don't go to bed at midnight, so we were absolutely shocked because we hadn't even realised. So we quickly turned the telly off and got to bed. But by the time we got to bed, it must have been about 10 midnight, which is unheard of for us. And then, of course, we had to get up at 6:30 this morning. So, yeah, that's having a bit of an effect, I think, especially after an early start yesterday. Mainly, I feel like I just can't be bothered with anything. And unfortunately, I have to be bothered with everything. So everything still needs doing, the shopping needs doing, the housework needs doing, and I'm supposed to be meeting, well, I am meeting two of the mums from Lilia's primary school year, if that makes sense. So Lilia's in her second year of secondary school, and I'm meeting two of the mums that I knew from when Lilia was back in primary school. We've been talking about it for ages, so we're just going to meet for a coffee, or rather a cup of tea for me, because I don't drink coffee in town. So I might head there a bit early because I've got a couple of bits to pick up, so I might get there a bit early and do a bit of shopping. But first I'm just going to put a couple of rounds on my scrappy socks and finish watching the day 2 of Vicky's Ice Flower Crochet Golden Week vlog from yesterday. I didn't finish it last night. And I'll show you quickly my scrappy socks. Okay, so I spoke about just doing it randomly so that I worked each stripe until I ran out of the colour. Each mini I have is about 5 grams, but what I've decided to do is I've knit the cuff, so each cuff is 18 rounds. This one looks a bit wonkier. That's because the yarn is wrinkly. It's been either unravelled or has come from a sock blank, I think. So that'll all even out. Or it might be that I was having a glass of wine when I knit that last night. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's wine knitting and that's non-wine knitting. Who knows? But what I've decided to do is, so I started with an 18 round cuff, and then what I think I'm going to do for each stripe is 15 rounds, maybe 10, I'll see how it's looking, and then do a German short row heel rather than heel flap and gusset, and use a contrast colour and do that. And if I need more minis, I can always add some in, but ideally I'd like to make the socks purely out of the minis that Lily sent me. World's most depressing car park. It's the multi-storey car park in Dartford town centre. I've got about half an hour before I need to go and meet my friends, so I'm just going to have a little shop around. Oh, and drop some stuff at the charity shop. Well, I'm back from meeting my two mum friends for a cup of tea, and it was really nice. I don't often get to what's going on with my fringe? I don't often get to talk to mums with daughters the same age as Lilia these days, so it was really nice to catch up with them and just laugh and catch up on all the gossip, and exchange stories. And I got a few bits whilst I was out. I got myself some cheap and cheerful watercolour brushes to practice with from the works, and I also got another stack of origami. I was hoping to get the other just normal one, which had, these are Christmassy ones, which is great. A lot of them can be used as non-Christmassy things, and it'd be good to have some to do Christmassy things with. But I was hoping they did have another, sorry, I just dropped something. They did have another normal stack that was different to the one I already had that I wanted, but they didn't have that. And I stopped at the charity shop to drop some stuff off, and I found a book. My sister collects old books, and they had quite a few sort of 1940s, 1950s one, but I found this copy of Robert Louis Stevenson's Memories and Portraits. And when I looked inside it, it's an edition that was published in 1904, and there's actually, someone's written in it their name, Dorothy Talbot, Christmas, 1904, and then there's some letters which I don't understand, and then the published date is 1904, so that makes it, what, 115 years old, this book. It's not in the best of conditions. The pages are all like this. It smells smoky. Yeah, so I've texted a picture of that to Jenny and she seems really pleased. So I'll hold on to that until I see her next. Right now I've got to put all the shopping away and plan what to do with the stuff that arrived in our veg box last Friday. Got some spinach, which we'll probably use tonight, and two massive leeks. I've already blanched and frozen the broccoli and the cauliflower. I'm rambling now. I'm going to go and get all this stuff sorted and settle down, finish watching part 2 of the Knitting Expat travel vlog that I started watching earlier. I'm just in such a can't be bothered mood today. Like everything I do, I'm just a little bit like, ugh, can't be bothered. Right, I've just realised, before I can do anything, I need to pull together the stuff so I can do some podcast planning later. Some of this is stuff that was left over from the last podcast. So I need to just sort through all of this and all of this and start to make sense of it and pull together some notes. Oh, I love my Nalia wrap. I don't want to have to put it away. It's so beautiful. On another note, and while I'm upstairs, I need to decide what I'm going to start reading next. So I finished Spectacles by Sue Perkins, which I really, really enjoyed. And I had got this one lined up to read next. I think I saw someone reading it on Instagram and I thought, oh, that looks like my cup of tea with my obsession of all things Danish. So I had that one lined up, but then I got this one for my birthday eve present. So I think I'm going to read this one. It's got my bookmark in it there from Sherry of Ollie and Bella. So I think I'm going to read this one, and I'm going to take this one with me on holiday when I go to Spain in June for a couple of nights with my friends. And then I've also got my Paris Letters book, which I shall read in the future. And then under this one, I've got The Wild Remedy, and I'm reading that month by month. So I will read the next instalment on the 1st of May. I've got hundreds of other books to read as well, but here's just a small selection that are piled up. This is a really good one about octopuses, but it's not really bedtime reading. You need to be rather awake for it. But halfway through this one, it's really, really good. I need to finish that one. The Snow Child my friend sent to me because she thought she would enjoy it. Lila and The Girl on the Train are both books my mum bought me to try, but I haven't read either of them. I don't know what that one is. That one was a charity shop find. I quite fancied that, but it's quite a big book. That's the one about children and learning. And then Julie and Julia is the famous story of that was made into a film. I've always fancied reading it. Yeah. And also, I've got my Lagoon book, which I haven't read, The Little Book of Hygge, which is really good. I enjoyed that a lot. The author, Meek Viking, I'm probably saying that wrong. He's very funny. He's got a really good way of writing. The Wodehouse book is one my sister bought for me. I haven't read that yet. And Buddhism for Mothers was just an interesting looking book that I picked up that I thought I would read through, but haven't yet. Oh, and that little book at the bottom, that's a kind of diary that I keep. It's not a diary, it's letters. Every now and then, I've done it since the girls were babies, every now and then I'll pick it up and just write them a letter just about something that they've done. And sometimes I write it to Lilia, sometimes it's to Phoebe, sometimes it's to both of them. And it's just little things through the years, but I haven't written in it in at least 18 months, and I really must do it again, because that'll be something nice for them when they're older to read through. The postman's just knocked on the door with this. Fragile. What is it? It's not expected, which makes it exciting. Was from my friend Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you really didn't need to do that. I'm so happy. It's a little parcel from Sarah. She's Sarah One Daisy on Instagram. You may well know her. She's a fabulous crocheter, and we've met her a couple of times now. And we did a swap at Christmas, and she sent me this mug. And this was literally my most favoured mug of all time. And look what happened to it. I can't bring myself to get rid of it because I love it so much. In fact, I'd be tempted to drink out of it even though it's broken. But I think what I'm going to do is plant something in it. I'm going to use it as like a little plant pot so that I can still have it, because honestly it was a perfect size, perfect pattern, perfect everything, and it just wasn't meant to be. But its short life was much appreciated whilst it was with me. Anyway, I'm rambling about the mug that got broken. Sarah has sent me, as a belated birthday gift, a new mug. She says it's not the same, it's different. And it's my new goddess mug. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And it's kind of got like a ridge on the inside, like it's been turned on a wheel. I look really terrible. I've even got makeup on today. Oh my goodness. Don't look at me. And she sent me some lovely, lovely Dorset tea, ginger and sunshine lemon, and my favourite, Tunnock's milk chocolate tea cakes. I just love these. They remind me of my grandparents. Yeah, it's just such a lovely, lovely gift. Thank you so much, Sarah. That is so kind of you and completely unexpected. And what a nice way to start the week. So I'm going to give this a wash, and then I'm going to have some of my ginger and lemon tea. To get Phoebe, it's about 3:15 in the afternoon. By the time we get back, it's going to be about just after 3:30, and then we have to leave at 4:30 because Phoebe has gymnastics tonight, which means really from now on I have no time to do anything until I get home from gymnastics. I get home from gymnastics, pick up Lilia, take her to guides, and then come back, so I won't be actually properly home with any time until about 6:45 now. So I'm not actually sure when I'm going to edit today, because normally I edit as I go, but I just haven't had a chance today. So fingers crossed this uploads overnight. It'd be a shame to get it late on the penultimate day. Anyway, check I've got my key. Yes, I have. Let's go and get Phoebe. Yum? Good?
Hello, fellow watchers. I am doing my knitting, and I am doing a scarf. Has purple, turquoise, purple, turquoise, purple. So what I need to do is basically top one, you get your other hook and you put it through it like that. They're basically tied together. Then you get the string here and you wrap it round, and then with the hook you got, you pull it back out, and then you put it over the top. There you should have a stitch. That one was a bad stitch, but let's see the other one. That one was better. Now I just gotta carry on doing it. And then, oh no, I just dropped all my stitches. Then it just has something like that going across. And that's how you knit. And if you're wondering what that sound is, it's Lilia on the trampoline.
Well, it's about 7:10 now. Phoebe's just having a little bit of iPad time before she gets all showered and ready for bed. Phoebe goes to bed around 8 o'clock and has half an hour with either me or Dan reading. And at the moment, her and I are reading Gadget Map by, who's the author? Oh, Mallory Blackman. There was a book that Phoebe read that that author wrote called Grandpa Bert and the Ghost Snatchers, or something about Grandpa Bert who was a ghost, and she loved it. And then we've discovered that she'd written this book called Operation Gadget Man. So we've been really enjoying that, so we're looking forward to a little read of that this evening. Lilia's off at guides. Dan will go and get her shortly. Dan and I won't eat until probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. And I forgot to eat lunch, but I'm feeling okay. I think I'm just so tired. I'm just getting by on adrenaline at the moment. So I'm going to edit a little bit of this video and drink some water and possibly a herbal tea to get me through the bedtime shenanigans, and maybe finish watching Mina's vlog from earlier. It always takes me forever to watch anything. Like, I'll start watching it and I'll do 10 minutes and then I'll have to come back to it later in the day and I'll watch 20 minutes and then I'll have to come back to it later. It just takes me days sometimes to watch the whole podcast. So yeah, I might do that now and I'll catch up with you later. It's about 10:30 and we're watching an old, well, not an old, but a Graham Norton that we recorded from last week, and we're going to bed soon. And I realised that I hadn't finished my vlog and Dan's being ridiculous. Do the ridiculous things. Anyway, I thought I'd just drop in to say Nighty night. And I'll see you tomorrow for the final day of April vlogs.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Just sit. Sorry, I wasn't sitting up very straight.